let's get this show started. And again, what did I tell you guys? In 2024, I was going to give you, 2024. You notice how in the beginning of the year, everyone does that? They always say the year before because your mind hasn't adjusted yet. So again, 2025, I promise more content, and I am a man of my word. Shout out TikTok. Give me more likes, 1,100. I love it. Let's see it. Yo, YouTube, you got to catch up here, man. They got 1,100. I need more likes. Come on, let's catch up. IG, you're like stuck. Come on now. Give me some help here, guys. Give me some help. I am the best show right now, bar none. There's nothing better that you could watch than me trying to entertain you guys and educate you guys at the same time. Because blah, blah, blah. I just keep going, man. Like, it is what it is. All right, let's get started. First sign we're going to talk about is obviously the first sign, which is the year of the rat. If you're born in the year of the rat, 1996, 1984, 1972, 50-50, 50% normal, 50% of you guys are going to get hit. So it doesn't matter if you're LeBron James or Shaquille O'Neal who are born in rat years, or the country of Israel that's founded 1948. Anything with rat energy, it's about 50-50. If you're going to have a decent year to a negative year. So I would say the rats, about 50% of you guys are going to get hit. Not all of you. I would say about 50, maybe about 45. But it's going to be somewhere in that range. Because typically this type of year is where rats get some pushback. Next, the rat soulmate. And by the way, there's only one soulmate combination, and that is the ox. See, the rat and ox have a soulmate combination. I'll show you how this works in real life. See, that's the thing. I don't give you or Mercury retrograde means this. I don't do that. I give you actual facts. And again, let's go back to Israel. Israel was founded in 1948, the year of the rat. Who protects Israel above all else? Don't tell me America. I'm talking about who does it 24/7. And that's Mossad. Mossad is Israel's CIA and FBI combined. And Mossad was founded 1949, year of the ox. The ox protects the rat. This is something you've seen over and over in history, especially when you do relationships. When I look at relationships, this is something I always see, the ox and the rat. So here's what it comes down to, guys. People who are born in ox years are going to have great years. They're going to kill it. A lot of people born in ox years are going to have very favorable years. If you want to put me in percentages, and again, this is not an exact science, I would say about 80 to 75% of oxes are going to do extremely well. So if someone is born in the year of the ox, whether they're a basketball player, football player, whether they're a CEO of a company, it really doesn't matter. About 80 to 75% of them are going to succeed. That is because the snake and ox are tight, and they always have been. You know, one of the things I have noticed doing this for 2 decades, and it's like, really? I've been doing this for 2 decades? It doesn't feel like it, but it is. Been doing this for a while. And that's why usually whether people believe in numerology or not, I'm probably the only numerologist or astrologer they've ever heard of. I mean, facts are facts. It is what it is. You know, shout out to TikTok. We're almost at 1,500. Shout out to YouTube. Almost at 900. But damn, IG, come on, help me out here, man. Can we at least get the 500, man? Because, you know, I'm a numbers person, so I'm always checking out the numbers. So it is what it is. But people who are born in ox years usually have snake mentors if they're successful. People who are born in snake years usually have rooster mentors if they're successful. If you have mentors who are in your own triad, that's the people I've seen succeed immensely. You know, people really have to understand that if you're around the favorable energy, that's what really matters. China was founded 1949. I understand some of you guys say, yo, the Ming Dynasty. I'm talking about the current regime in China was founded 1949 under Mao Zedong. And Chairman Mao was born in a snake year. Now, here's the beauty of it. The snake created the ox nation, China. Now, the snake is no longer with us, but a new snake is in power now. Chairman Xi. And Chairman Xi is the most powerful president in China since Chairman Mao. And what do they have in common? They're both born in snake years. So if you have an ox country, people who are born in snake years prosper. I mean, think about what China has done here. I mean, what they do in America sometimes is ass backwards. But when you look at China, you start seeing, okay, these guys are actually going with the energy. The current president of China was born 1953, year of the snake. He assumed power for the first time in 2013. That's when he became president, the year of the snake. So you have a snake who comes to power in a snake year. And what has happened? He has got even more powerful since he's became president because the energy matches. And of course, if you're someone from China, you would want a snake leader in the ox nation. This is something you would want. And again, I think since Chairman Xi has come to power, the GDP of China has become very, very impressive. It is what it is. And again, I see people donating over there. I'll get all to you as soon as I'm done with the monologue. So stay tuned. If not, watch a replay of the video. It will be out there. So just, again, there's a lot going on. But when I get in my groove, when I get in my monologue, I got to keep going. So again, we've just explained how China has been using this energy. But see, in America, it's ass backwards. I'll give you an example. George W. Bush, a dog, came to power in a dragon year, 2000. George W. Bush is born 1946, year of the dog. You know what's interesting about George W. Bush? He had a DUI in 1976, the year of the dragon. So the former president of the United States had a DUI in his enemy year. Who could have ever expected that to happen? Again, all you guys have to do is do a little research and you will see how effective this stuff is. But that's not on me. That's on you. You actually have to put in the work. You can't watch someone lift weights. You kind of do it yourself. So it's the same kind of process over here, except you got to do it with this. Yeah, no, I didn't mute anything. I just had to drink some water real quick. Can't go nonstop, without actually, having, yeah, it is what it is, man. One of the things is people ask how long you've been doing this. I used to do this on internet radio before, YouTube and all this stuff got popular. Used to have internet radio, I used to do stuff like that. I used to be on the main radio too. The first radio station I started talking on was WTAM 1100. You know what the interesting thing about WTAM? You guys can look it up on Wikipedia. It was founded on 11/11. I kid you not. WTAM, the station that helped found Gary the Numbers Guy, was founded on 11/11. You almost can't make this stuff up because I know most of you guys watching my content know exactly about that 11/11 because you guys have watched it yourself. It is what it is. All right, let's look at some of this, please. Okay, listen, guys. I literally have 200 readings coming in per minute. Give me a chance. It's honestly overwhelming because I got 3 chats over here, and I mean, I can't see anything, man. It is what it is. It's going like this. It's going like this. You would have to be like Data of Star Trek to go. So I'm just a human, a very advanced human when it comes to my thinking, which is what I'm trying to share with you, the audience. The more you guys think like me, the less of a chance anyone has of ever enslaving us. And that's just a fact. The more you guys start thinking exactly like me, it's a 3-day. What do you do in 3 days? You have a party. That's what you do in 3 days. I mean, listen. On 3 days, you got to be social. 3s are social animals. So on 3 days, you throw a party. That's how you go with the system. Now, if you're not a party person, it is what it is. But you know what you can do? Go out with some friends. On 3 days, to get the most out of that energy, you have to socialize. Now, I know that's not for everybody, but guess what? That's how you go with the system. That is exactly how you go with the system. Now, on 4 days, work. Got to work on 4 days. You know, you got something to do. You have to finish that kind of project. You have to do something. Put in work on a 4 day. I tell you what you don't do. Don't sell drugs on a 4 day. That's what you do not do. You shouldn't do that any day, but you really shouldn't do it on a 4 day. In all honesty, listen. This is all I'm trying to tell you. I keep it real with you people. I'm not going to bullshit. By the way, shout out YouTube, over 1,000. Let's go. So we got TikTok at 13, YouTube at 1,000, and IG still stuck over there at 400. Come on, Zuck. I need some help over here, man. Give me a little push, man. Give me a little nudge, guys. I like to say, you see the politics in the world are changing. You really see the politics in the world are changing. People are more interested now in so-called free speech. Now, what is exactly free speech? Well, that depends who you ask. That depends what platform you're on. If you guys know me, I can be a lot more vulgar than this. I'm trying to be clean as I can be. This is Gary the Numbers Guy, PG-13. Some of you guys have seen the X-rated version, and it's definitely a little bit more colorful. It is what it is. Everyone who donated will get to your readings on YouTube, but let's keep going to what I was saying. If it's a 4 day, again, not a good day to be hustling. If it's a 5 day, listen, you had a trip to go somewhere, that's the best day to travel. If you can travel any day throughout the week, and you have your choices open, sometimes you don't. But if you do, go on the 5 day or the 5th, 14th, 23rd. You want to hear something real? I've been doing this for 20 years, and a lot of times people come to me, they're like, Gary, we've been trying to have a child for a long time. Doctors can't help. Nothing helps. You know what I tell them? I tell them to have sex on the 5 day. Sex, first vowel E. E is the 5th letter. Reproduction, first vowel E. Sperm, first vowel E. Sex, first vowel E. Starting to get the picture here? The English language, what some people call gematria, what I call letterology, because there's so many just bad actors in that community. I never want to be a part of it. I never want to be a part of the so-called gematria community, because I think you guys are a bunch of nutcases. I really do. I think a lot of you guys might be, borderline mentally ill, quite frankly. Now, there is Gematria Club, and he is in GG33, and shout out to him. But a lot of other people in that space, we're talking Twilight Zone type stuff. Like literally Twilight Zone type stuff. So it is what it is. Moving on. On the 6th day, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Good day to call the family. Talk to them. Have a dinner with the family. 6 is about home and family. Maybe that's the day you spend home. Don't go anywhere. 7 day. Whenever it's the 7th, 16th, 25th, you do intellectual pursuits. That's how you make the most of 7 day energy. Intellectual pursuits. Now, I understand some of you guys aren't intellectuals, so that might be a little bit difficult. But at least you can pretend. 8 days. 8 days is all about that money. All about that money. That's what 8 days are about. So if you want to open a business, if you want to sign a contract, a good day would be an 8 day. 9 days. There's a lot of different things you can do on 9 days, but one thing you should not do on 9 days is indulge too much. And on 1 day, you probably shouldn't drink, because that shit doesn't work too well. See, 1 energy tends to be aggressive. Okay. Now imagine this. You have aggressive energy, and then someone starts drinking, which is haram, by the way. But some of you guys do it anyway. And by the way, I'm not Muslim. I just like that word. because Haram starts with H. H is the 8th letter. So that's why I brought it up. Okay, whatever. You're losing me. Or maybe I'm losing you, but regardless, it is what it is. On one days, people like to drink. On one days, people get aggressive. One day is probably the most likely you're going to have road rage. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, 11 days, that's the emotional days. You will notice if you start paying attention, whenever it's the 11th, 29th, or any day that adds up to an 11, you're going to notice a lot of people get very, very emotional. Extremely emotional. This is something I've seen with my own eyes. With my own eyes over here, I've seen this countless times. You know, one of my kids is an 11. And I don't even need to know it's an 11 day. Just based off his mood, I'll know if it is. That's how it works. And when it comes down to 11 energy, it's extremely emotional. So sometimes people get hit with that emotional energy and they just go ballistic. You know, the guy who committed Columbine, what I consider the most famous school shooting, he was an 11 life path, born on the 11th. So on 11 days, it's the most likely that you can have issues with planes. We had 3 planes have issues on December 29th, 2024. 3 planes worldwide. China, Korea, Canada, another one. Why? Because it was the 29th and 2 and 9 is 11. And I've said this many times. On 11 days, it's best, if you can avoid flying, you should. Now, I'm not going to say I haven't flown on 11 day. I have. But if I can avoid it, I do it. Because why take a chance? I understand it's instead of on an average day, the chances of going down, having problems with the plane is like, what, 1 in 5,000? On 11 day, it'll probably be 1 in 500. Still unlikely, but why take that chance if you can avoid it? That's literally what it comes down to. Why take that chance? Now, there's good things you can do on 11 days. I think getting married on an 11 day for most people is absolutely a wonderful thing. You want to get married under emotional energy because love is emotion. And that's a good way to lock in those emotions, to get married on an 11 day. I think that's beautiful. Now, some numbers should get, married under different energy, but that's a story for another day. We're going to keep going here. On 11 days, it's a good day to work out, especially 22 days, those master numbers specifically. But on 11 days, that's something all athletes should do. Get that emotion out of their system. Go for a run, whatever. Again, I'm not an 11, but I'm just telling you what 11 should do. So might you guys be like, why don't you do that yourself? I'm not an 11. I'm a 33. I'm an intellectual. We all play our role. I'm here to teach. And I do, quite frankly, I do a really good job at it. Not to mention, I think I'm mildly interesting. We got about 3,000 people in here. You guys could be doing something else, but you're watching my ass because I'm either making you laugh or you're learning something or you think I'm a clown. Whatever it is, hopefully it's not the latter. But if you think I'm a clown, that's all right, too. Bro, the joke's probably on you, though. But it is what it is. All right. Shout out to YouTube, over 1,100. Let's see. TikTok still in the lead with 1,300. And IG, 400, man. IG, man, you're like that girl that's like honestly hurting my feelings, man. Anyways, like this, share this. Let's get this up to about 5,000. I want to basically do this thing in the snake year. I need some support to actually get it done. I don't need any money or anything like that. I just need some eyes on me because we're going to make some noise in 2025. You know who else is going to make some noise? Kai Cenat. Now, I think the big 3 in streaming right now are Aiden, Kai, and Speed. Now, here's the interesting thing. Why did I just bring that up? Because Aiden Ross is born on the 11th, just like Joe Rogan is born on the 11th. 11 is the number of charisma. And the people who have that 11 energy, they have that charisma. Just like I show Speed. He's not born on 11, but he's an 11 in total. This is how the system works. Look at the top guys. They all have it. Now, here's the thing about Kai Cenat, though. Kai is born in the year of the snake. 2025 is the year of the snake. So they're probably like all here. They're like the top 3 guys. Kai might be on top, but he's going to literally have the best year of his life. And I know he's a young guy, but he's going to completely dominate the game in 2025. And quite frankly, he might peak in 2025. It is what it is. But guess what? He's really going to do well. Now, let's talk about some other guys who are going to do well in the snake year. LaMelo Ball. Now, that dude is a beast. I actually love the way he plays the game of basketball. He's born 8/22/2001. So he's not only a 33 life path, he's also born on the 22nd. This guy is just different. He is built different. I've literally seen this guy drive, throw the ball off the backboard, catch it himself, and then dish the ball for an assist. Who does that? Who does that? He does that because he's that damn good. If you have a 33 pure energy, that's one thing. But to be a 33 and a 22 at one time, that's really something special. And I think that he's going to have a career breakout year in 2029. I understand he's good, but he's going to take it to that next level. You know, Michael Jordan was good, but in 1991, he took it to that next level. And that's what I expect LaMelo Ball to do this year. Next, NBA player who I think is going to do really well, Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, Minnesota is having a disappointing year. One of the reasons they're having a disappointing year is they traded Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns was a really good player, and they got Josh Randle for him. Now, Josh Randle's obviously a good player too. The issues with Josh Randle is he's born 1994, year of the dog. And even though he's statistically doing all right, guess what? He's not doing okay in the games. He has made a lot of blunders, and that's exactly what you expect out of people in their enemy year. But you see, his enemy year is coming to an end. I expect him to start playing a lot better ball. And Anthony Edwards is going to start dominating the league. So I expect them to make a late season run. They're about 500 record right now. They should go on a run right when the snake year hits. So again, Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball, I expect to do great in the snake year. Now, there's some other guys I'm not mentioning, but because I'm not going to go through the whole list of the NBA players and stuff like that. But those two stand out particularly. Kai Cenat stands out. And quite frankly, I stand out in this game because I'm born a year of the snake. But Kai's got a long career ahead of him. I'm probably going to retire in 2026. So enjoy me while you have me, because it's not going to be here forever.